Welcome to another edition of Deep Purple and our final stop on your Big 12 briefing tour. We've done three of the newcomers, and now we head to Florida for a UCF preview with Stephen Leonard of Knights 247. I think this is the best name I've encountered at the new schools. Just say what it is, put 247 on the end, and I know what I'm dealing with. So all these we got Bearcats and we got two Cougars. It's very confusing for me, Stephen. I can't take it. Um, so let's just get rolling here. And your first question would be, what should fans know about UCF football in 2023 that's essential?
That they're already, in terms of like quality of players, like a middle of the pack Power 5 program. Like they've been recruiting at that level for a little while. I know like the recruiting classes hasn't ranked up because they've taken less players from like the traditional recruiting, gone more like transfer portal heavy, but they're already towards the middle of the pack when it comes to talent on the roster. I think that's what I would look for.
Yeah, that's I would agree with that. That's very true. How about UCF basketball? What should fans know about that?
It's a fun environment. It's a fun environment. It's not a very great team, but
is that going to be an area where they're really going to have to put in some effort to get up to Big 12 level because it's competitive every night?
Yeah, no, they're definitely trying to recruit better. They had Taylor Hendricks last year. He ended up being a one and done guy. And they're trying to be better, but it's mostly just vibes right now.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Is there another sport or two that fans should know about that UCF is really strong in?
Softball is a very big sport at UCF. They've invested a lot in it. They hosted a regional 2 years ago, and they got close to hosting another regional this past season. And volleyball, I think they won the last like 4 championships in the American Athletic Conference.
Nice.
And I think they won 6 total out of their 10 years there.
Wow.
Those two are big sports at UCF.
Okay. What's a fan excitement for coming into the Big 12, for finally getting your shot? As you said, you've been competing at this level. I mean, you had a season to remember not too long ago. Are the fans fired up to finally be at the big table?
I think most fans are ready to get their opportunity to like actually compete because before it was like you're a group of 5 school, play a real schedule. I think the fans are ready to like show that it wasn't just a fluke.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a great opportunity for all these schools. What are the realistic expectations for UCF in this first tour of the Big 12?
I think you're looking to make a bowl game. I think that's what every one of the new schools should be looking to do realistically. Make a bowl game, show you can be competitive in a high-level conference like the Big 12.
Very, very true, very true.
And also to show that the offense can take the next step under Darren Hinshaw.
Okay. Do you sense, is there a rivalry brewing here with anyone in the new Big 12, or maybe it's carrying over from, Cincinnati and the American? Do you have a rival that you can point to?
Yeah, it's probably carrying over from Cincinnati. I know they had like the little Twitter spats with Iowa State recently too. But Cincinnati's probably UCF's biggest rival at this point.
Yeah, I've seen the two programs going back and forth. It's rather entertaining. There's some heat there.
Everything. Yeah.
Okay, if you, Stephen Leonard, we're going to go on a Big 12 road trip. Which one would you be most eager to do?
Well, I am going on a Big 12 road trip to Norman, Oklahoma
Good choice.
This fall. One old quarterback is there and old offensive coordinator, so there's history between the two like teams. And two, it's like, I mean, it's Oklahoma. They're like not a blue blood Yeah,
Yeah, they
no, I
are.
would say
Yeah,
blue blood of
yeah,
college football.
they are.
But
They definitely
of the
are. Yeah.
teams of the teams in like the new Big 12, I would say like Texas Tech, just because I feel like that's significantly different than Orlando.
Yes, it
And
is.
yeah,
This is a fun story. The first time we went out there, I guess it was my second time. I took one of my young video guys, and we landed in the airport, which is an old military base, so it's outside of town, and it's surrounded by cotton fields in West Texas. I didn't know they grew cotton out there, but they do grow a lot of it, and it's in full bloom. And my employee goes, "Boss, are we in the right place? Where the hell are we?" I mean, it was just these huge cotton fields everywhere. It's West Texas is both beautiful and it's like living on an island out there. You're in the middle of nowhere. So but it is a good trip there. It's a great environment there. Okay, so Kansas State has the Wabash Cannonball, which a lot of schools use that song as a fight song, but K-State has a unique spin on it. When it plays, all the students start bobbing and pumping their arms and going with the beat. Is there anything at UCF that happens maybe in the bounce house that fans should know about that's kind of a cool tradition?
well, Zombie Nation, they play that. The fans start jumping, and that's why they call it the bounce house, because the stadium does feel like it's bouncing.
Nice.
Like you'll see the
That's
doors
cool.
rattling. If you're in the press box for a UCF game, it feels like you're about to like fall. It's the
Okay.
first time you're there, it's super scary, but after you get used to it, it's like a fun thing. Um,
That's awesome.
and they play the Frankie Valley song in the like fourth quarter stretch.
That's awesome.
I forget the name of it, but it gets like the fans hype.
I approve. Those are good traditions. Okay, so Orlando's a little bit different than most Big 12 towns. It's a big city and it's known for its tourism. If you answer this question with anything dealing with a mouse, you're going to be cut off. But if someone's coming to UCF, what's a UCF thing they got to do? Is there like a bar, a restaurant, something to see, something to do?
I mean, I'm a very boring person, so I would say like go to Lake Eola and like ride the swan boats or something, because that's just me. But
No, that's kind of cool,
if
actually.
you want, you could take like a 40-minute drive out to Cape Canaveral and visit NASA. UCF's very in tune with NASA. I think NASA's like most of their employees came from UCF, Space University, stuff like that. I feel like that would be, if you're making a UCF trip, that would be part of it.
I I absolutely love the space uniforms. That it's unbelievable. It's such a it the whole space thing in UCF is so cool.
Yeah,
It
50
really
yard
is,
lines
man.
lined up with the launch pad.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Wow. Of course, there's no way I can check. I'll just trust on that one. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. As I told you before, I'm born in Florida, South Florida, but I've spent a lot of time in Orlando throughout my life, and I love it. But I'm eager to see now UCF's a little bit outside of town, isn't it? Is it on the edge?
yeah, it's the farthest east you can be and still be in Orlando.
Oh, well, that makes sense with the Cape Canaveral. Yeah, okay. Very good. Stephen, appreciate it very much. I know you guys are coming to Manhattan. If you're not sending staff, let us know what we can do for you to help out. But I would like to remind you that last time UCF came to Manhattan, I think it was 10, I can't remember. We had one of the
20
most
something.
incredible hellacious storms I've ever seen, and that's from a Kansan. Have you seen the photos of the stadium from that day?
Yeah, I
It
watched the game on TV. As a young
it was
fan, my I forced my parents to buy the packages to watch UCF.
nice. Nice. Yeah, it was a frightening day. I was glad I was in the press box that day, but hoping a tornado didn't hit because we were on the top. We're on the sixth floor of the press box, so that would not have been good. Stephen, appreciate it. I look forward to us crossing paths. K-State does not play Oklahoma this year, and K-State's won I don't know how many row in Norman. So I gift to you the K-State jinx over Oklahoma winning in Norman You guys are in charge of it for the year. Go get it done and go make sure Dylan Gabriel knows you made a bad choice.
Thank you.
That's it for the Big 12 briefing. You have now seen all 4 of the new teams coming into the Big 12, the new schools. I hope you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed meeting my fellow publishers, and we'll be back with more Deep Purple next week. And make sure you check out our daily deliveries right here on the GoPowercat YouTube channel.